going on, Legion? Azrael here, like always, and yeah, man, we got some Jimmy Kimmel Pirates of the Caribbean funny, awesome weirdness that comes from Depp. So let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Oh, it was good. I'm looking forward to this movie. I really am.
Spanish?
Oh, I wonder what that's all about.
Oh. They're unable to step on land.
They died at sea.
You will soon pay for what you did to me.
No, there's no need to bother, really. I have no time to chat because my map's just run away.
I will be waiting for you.
Why would you be waiting for me? Why would you be waiting for me?
That's Johnny Depp.
Serena? Another Serena on Pirates of the Caribbean?
You still don't like seeing yourself.
It's like the fourth one didn't even work.
You don't like
Happen.
to watch yourself in the movies, but if you are heavily made up, can you watch yourself? Does it make any difference?
No.
No, makes no difference at all.
Yeah.
Do you go to the movies? What's the last movie you went to? Like in a theater, I mean.
It's probably the Towering Inferno.
Really? So it hasn't happened for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that one looks good. Those are fun to make. You did a fun thing at Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
Whose idea was this? You went and you hid in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yeah.
And
I remember seeing
jumped
that.
out at the people in the
People were
boat
saying that
and
was
they
desperate. I thought that was
wanted
funny.
to die.
Yeah.
What was their reaction to that?
Well, you know, here's the thing. Like, when we did the first Pirates, they showed me around the ride, and I thought it would be so great to just sort of stand there like an animatronic, and then when they
Wonder,
come
did he?
past, you just go, "What are you looking at?" You know? And so back then I thought, and then now they asked me to do it. I did it. I thought it was gonna be, you know, and the boat would come around the corner. You could kind of see it coming, and then I'd go, and you know, start speaking to them, and even speaking to them specifically, you in the purple
funny.
shirt with the thing and the ears and all.
The ears.
Nothing. It was like, it's just the phone. They're like this. Because I think they'd already seen Captain Jack a few times on the ride. So
Yeah, they have a figure that looks like you on the ride, so they probably
Wow.
just thought,
What about you
"Oh,
idiots?"
well, foiled again.
yeah,
Foiled
this is
again.
that's the cheapest. That's the cheapest animatronic I've ever seen.
Do you love clicking buttons and subscribing to things?
Nah,
Then click the button to
I hate it.
subscribe
I can't.
to my channel, and you'll finally be happy.
I don't know if I'd be happy, but you'll get mean tweets out of it. Which I don't know. I might go and react to some mean tweets. I haven't done the last 5. I don't mind going back and checking them all out. That's always really fun. You never really get to see, I think, unless you really look for it. I don't go looking for interviews to listen to people talk. I mean, I have before, but it's always been kind of disappointing because they're just kind of dead or stupid or not worth it. But there's some actors that you don't get to see a whole lot of that come on shows like this, and you know, it's cool to see the person behind the character that we all have seen and that we've just kind of seen. You know, we've only just, like, some of those actors that we only see on the big screen never do any interviews hardly. Kimmel got so, you know, it's weird that Fallon and Kimmel, they both got something that the other doesn't have. Kimmel has this Hollywood presence that he is like almost like one of them, you know. He's like the not travel so far Hollywood person. He like lives in Hollywood. He understands that he's done it almost his entire life now. You know, and it's like, where are they gonna go? They're gonna go to fucking Craig Ferguson's shit show when he was on the air? Or are they gonna go fly all the way to New York? That's loud. You know, or are they just going to I'm waiting for that motorcycle to go away. Or are they just gonna, go to the guy that understands them well because he's part of Hollywood. He's lit it. He shuts down the middle of the Hollywood Walk of Fame, wherever that, I forgot what that that Rhodes Club, but he shuts that shit down right in front of the China Theater so that Taylor Swift or whoever they got can do huge concerts there. And he's kind of like one of them. He's super good friends with like Jennifer Aniston and some these other people where they have dinner at each other's house all the time. So he's definitely like a schmooze, rubbing shoulders with one of the Hollywood people. Fallon is the host of, The Tonight Show. That may not mean a lot to you. That maybe only think of Jay Leno when you think of The Tonight Show. But as far as Johnny Carson goes, and being the best host ever, pretty much, for most people. What does that do? I wonder if that changes my volume. Excuse me. We got, that's what we got. And so it's like, the Late Show, or excuse me, The Tonight Show hasn't really been that prestigious thing that people, Jimmy's just starting out, so he's happy to have anybody on. But hopefully the older Jimmy gets, Fallon, the more exclusive it'll get for stand-up comedians and other people. So it's harder to get on the show, and the show's a big deal again. I hope it's a big deal again, because when it was Carson and people were coming on, it was like, if you're a comedian, you got waved over when Johnny Carson was doing that show. That was it. You kind of made it. And I think a lot of the people that made it, that got the wave, got their own TV shows, like Ray Romano and... oh my God, I can't even think of anybody else, honestly. It was like you got a TV deal on like NBC almost, or on TV in general. Look at what happened to fucking, what the hell's his name? The guy with the gap in the glasses. The other host that's on the other show on CBS that's just crap. David Letterman. He was going to be the replacement, supposedly. Him or Jay Leno, but no one really thought Jay Leno was going to make it. And when it was Jay Leno... he was pretty pissed, Letterman, and he got his own show. Look what happened to Joan Rivers. I believe it was Joan Rivers, yeah. When she was almost the co-host. She was like the female co-host. That was there like more than almost anybody besides the actual people on the show. And she was given her own opportunity on Fox. And, for anybody that doesn't know, there's huge, fallout between Carson and her. But... these Tonight Show things, man, they mean a lot. And seeing actors like Johnny Depp or any of these other people that come on that you don't get to see a whole lot of talk, because they don't need it. It's always really fun and interesting to see them come on and have something to say. Sometimes when you have somebody coming on a whole lot, it is because they want to upgrade their fame. And I think nowadays it's like it's harder. Back then, you could be a Brad Pitt or a Johnny Depp or whoever and not do anything. And the women loved you, or your movies were just super popular. And back then, it was easy to make a good movie, it seemed like. Because nowadays, everything's a remake, reboot, or a comic book movie. So, and there's just like it is on YouTube, just like it is on Twitch.tv, and just like it is on television and the movies. Everybody wants to be an actor or a personality of some sort. And it's just so saturated now. It's not exclusive as like it used to be. So it's fun to see some of the old school people where we don't get to see a whole lot. Like my children probably, or your children, won't see a whole lot of that exclusivity. Is that how the word goes? I don't think that's the word. Exclusive kind of nature, because it's going to be so commonplace with Twitter, Facebook, and all this other garbage that there's not going to be a whole lot of eccentric people, I don't believe, in Hollywood like you see. Not to the extent of eccentric, like, oh my God, but like eccentric to the point, excuse me, where it's like, Johnny Depp being a little kind of weird, or Pitt being more reclusive. Either way, we're almost at a 10-minute video, so let's just wrap this up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Like the video, like the content. You can always like, subscribe, or share. Remember, it's completely up to you. I do appreciate it, though. It does help. Oh, hello. It does help me out in some way or another. If you want to discuss anything we've talked about on this channel, on this video specifically, you can always leave a comment down below. Love to see and love to hear all the comments. Once again, my name is Azra, and I'll see you on whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Later.